Alright, what's up everyone? So today I will be showing off a few of my Spetznaz themed loadouts for gear and weaponry. Now these are just loosely based on Russian special forces. These aren't like milsim loadouts. This isn't really real life accurate, but they are Russian themed, using Russian firearms, and I've been enjoying using them. So let's get right into it. This first loadout is like the light rifleman style that I've been using. I've been using this when I'm not expecting to go up against large amounts of enemies head on. Now the weapons I'm using are the 5.56. I'll go through the parts real quick. Wait, yeah. And then along with the 5.56, I'm using the super shoddy. And then going through these going through the loadout real quick. Top is fleece, 511 tactical plate carrier, cargo pants C, hiking boots, Oakley glasses, bandana, military beret, headset B, sniper gloves, this backpack. And then I've been using this skull patch because I don't have the world flags patch stuff from the store. Ideally this would be a Russian flag, but I thought the skull patch works because this is Ghost Recon after all. Alright, moving on to the next loadout that I have set up. This is my sniper. Now, the rules I use, I play on advanced difficulty with limited HUD, and I keep the top ghillie suit for the sniper in my backpack, and then all classes except for the bottom two that I'll get to in a bit, these guys. No spoilers. Oh, spoilers! Spoilers! Alright, well, they keep ghillie suits in their backpack for the top half. The sniper's the only one with pants. I'll go through the sniper's setup. I'm not going to read through them. I'm just going to show you guys what they are real quick. You can see everything right there. Camouflage really isn't important. Pretty much every camouflage in this game looks good on every piece of clothing. Now for my sniper, I use, let me grab it, either the PSG or, oop, I passed it, didn't even realize it. Usually I use the Dragunov. And then for a sidearm, for my sniper, I use, where are ya? No, not that one. There it is. I use the 9x19 because it's like it's pretty much a carbine AK-47 from what I understand. Now this loadout, I would put the Strands ghillie suit on him. I'll actually go in and do that real quick, just so we could see it fully put together. Probably go with like a coyote brown, especially for the biome I'm in right now. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Alright, moving on. Next one we have set up. This is like the medium rifleman, like advanced, or not advanced, like frontal assault unit, but not like full on assault. This is the type of thing I'll use if I know I'm going to be going up against like cartel checkpoints, or if I'm going to be ambushing a convoy. But this isn't what I wear when I'm going up against like a forward base of operations, or something big like that. Now with this guy, I use the AK-12. I'll show you my setup in a second. And then for a secondary on this guy, not the PP-19, where's the other one? I use the MP7. Now I don't know if the Russians actually use the MP7, but I don't really care because it's a badass gun. I'll show you the setup on these. Good all-around submachine gun. And then the AK-12 I have set up for more of a support like mid-range support role. Got the 50 round drum on it. This rifle's actually really accurate out to long range. It just has kind of low damage. Oh, I hate this gun glitch. It's really annoying because I'm trying to shoot right now, and if I was getting ambushed trying to change my loadout, I would be completely... There we go.
That was a civilian, not a Sicario.
Alright, well, here's the medium rifleman. Alright, now let's check out the next one. For the next one, we have another variation of the medium rifleman. This one with the special NVGs. And with this guy, I usually use the R4 and the PP19. Oh, and just by the way, for all these guys, I use the 5.7. I don't know what type of handgun in this game is closest to what Russia actually uses presently, but the 5.7 has really good noise reduction, so I use that. The R4 is a really solid rifle. The PP19 I've always been a fan of ever since my Battlefield 3 days. I was in love with this gun back then. But I don't really like it in Wildlands, but it does fit the Russian vibe. And it's pretty good up close. It pretty much substitutes a shotgun, because at range, just even in controlled bursts, it's pretty inaccurate. You can just tell by the way that reticle hops around. But it mows him down in close range. Now I would have auto aim if that was an enemy, obviously. Probably all those shots would have hit him, and even if he was a heavy, he would have dropped. Alright, moving right along. Now we're getting into the heavy rifleman, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, this is the heavy rifleman. This is probably the least realistic one, just because it has the warrior chest piece and the skull balaclava. But still, he looks pretty badass, so I don't really care. Now on this one, I either use the 5.56 Dragoon, but since it has that goofy camo on it, I don't always. And the substitute for the Dragoon is just the good old AK-47, which is actually a little bit better. Now for this guy, for his secondary, let me grab it real quick. Where is the most OP gun? There it is. I use the Chris Vector. Or the Vector, sorry, not the Chris Vector. Can't get too realistic here. I'll just run through this real quick. Really good guns on this guy. Now this one is what I use when I'm assaulting FOBs or stuff. When I know I'm gonna be taking a lot of fire, I'll be using this loadout. I mean, obviously it doesn't have more health, but it just makes a little more sense. This is a really powerful setup on the AK-47. We got a group of enemies over there. We could probably aim and take them out. No, that was a little short. Got him. Alright, moving right along to the last one, and probably my favorite. I'm just going to set up the weapons I use for it first, because it was already spoiled a little bit. We have this beast, and this is probably the giveaway. Yep, if you haven't already guessed it, the last one is the Tachanka. That's not him. There we go. So this is what I use when I'm gonna go balls to the wall assaulting something. I'll actually set the whole squad up in this just because I like the the way it seems to be like the heavily armored juggernaut squad just walking down the road. Put some fire on these guys, some suppressing fire. Now, that target is... How far away is that? Is it going to tell me? I don't think it's going to tell me. Well, this gun is capable of laying down suppressive fire all the way out to there. If I had to guess, I'd probably say like maybe 350 meters. And then the Sega 12, you can actually put a suppressor on this beast, which is crazy. I'm just going to go over to a car real quick, and you will quickly realize why this is the heavy assault loadout. Like the heavy assault loadout. Alright, so I'm just going to go like this. Now, needless to say, everyone in that car would have been dead, but everyone in the car behind that car and the car behind them would have also been dead. Now, let's go find something to shoot with our big gun. The biggin. I don't really want to run around murdering civilians. That's not the most fun. There's a car I can shoot at. Oh, llamas. Don't tell PETA. Now, the recoil pattern on this gun is pretty intense, but for the most part, unless you're trying to be pinpoint accurate, you can pretty much just suppress the hell out of an area. Until around the last, like, 40 rounds in the magazine, the recoil is really manageable for being such a big gun. Now, on my AI squad, I actually have a couple more examples of Spetznaz loadouts. This is kind of an extra light rifleman concept I was working on. This is a more like counter-terrorist unit. We got the, if he ever stops frickin' moving.
Go. Roger that.
Got the counter-terrorist look, got a heavier vest and a gas mask. And then this guy, oh god, don't stack up on each other, please.
Rally on
My like Highland Arid loadout that I was going for, even though it's pretty similar to my previous one, or the loadout 1 slot. Well, this has been my Russian, I don't want to call it milsim outfits because it's not, it's more of a glorified cosplay. And I plan on doing Unidad, Rebels, and SWAT team next. I've already done a couple videos sporting my Navy SEAL loadouts, but I wasn't really feeling those just because the American guns in this game are kind of lame, in my opinion. But yeah, so everyone, take care. Have a beautiful time.